Hello. How is everybody? Hey. Hiccup. That's me. Oh, Lord. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ooh. How's that breathing out? Hello. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Dor.
I see Railfan.
Welcome.
And I see Leo. I see the sun. Sun? I see the moon, and the moon sees me. Something, 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 and the apple tree. How are you guys doing? How goes life, everybody? Hopefully good. I hope y'all are doing great. I woke up not too long ago, as is the norm. And I am excited to finally, possibly, see the result of this very, very intense court case that we're working on right now. What is going to happen to Edgeworth? Will he be put on death row? Actually, I don't know that they would do that in Japan. But then again, this isn't supposed to be Japan. It's like fake town USA, so I don't know. Could be. People have been put on death row for significantly less and then proven innocent, and then they're like, oh, well, sorry about that almost trying to kill you thing, guys. You understand. You understand. Hello, space.
Hello there.
Hello there. How are things? Sorry about the late start again, but you understand I had dishes to put up from the dishwasher, and the way my brain works, it's like, oh, there's a mess? There can't be a mess. We gotta fix this. Gotta fix this. And so I did. And here we are. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's an ambulance. Let's hear the yawoos. Here they come. Alright, I think they're done now. Silly dogs. Alright. Let's get this shit started. Here we go. Be sure to tell me how the volume is, my voice compared to the background music. I can turn it up and down as needed. I have the power. I know, it's crazy. Hey, little girl. Okay. Let's see. Case summary. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Ha, found it! Here you go. December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. What? Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Part of the courthouse building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Interesting. Wow, that was some earthquake. What is going on with the guard? At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours. Well, shit. That would be scary like that, in the dark. Yeah, probably. Yo!
Oh, shit! A rat!
There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. And you're to blame. You give lawyers a bad name. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was the one of the other passengers in the elevator. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Ah, here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. Wow, that's my age. I don't know. Something about that just makes me feel funny. Next line. He had lost the day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father? Yeah, we've assessed this. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. It sounds just like this case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that got my mom arrested. Hold on. This is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the third person in the elevator. Well, then we have to do then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? He may be closer than we think. He's Detective Gumshoe! I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick! Are we gonna take the whole file? There's too much! We'll never get it out! You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Alright. Right. That's probably all we need. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now, all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Oh my god, we were so close to the court thing. Ah! Yeah, let's save. God damn it, I was so close. December 27th, 10 a.m., District Court. Courtroom number 3. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with speaking today. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Nature Valley just came out with the chocolate chip muffins, and they are amazing. Really? They usually do like granola bars, right? Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Yeah, these are muffin bars, which are just muffins shaped like granola bars. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Wow. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Bah! Must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. Witness, state your profession. Pop. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep. Yup, I was. Please testify. Oh yeah, this fucker. Telling the judge how to do his job. It feels like you're supposed to hate this character, but really this just makes me hate the judge. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Objection! Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My, memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? Here we go. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright. What the fuck? Cross-examine. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well. You may begin. Excuse me? Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Jesus. Having a little babby tantrum. Whew. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. Just after midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yep. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him, and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did, yep. You see? Continue. I was in the restaurant where I, rent boats, as usual. Yep. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for the court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith? The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang! Yep. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please, add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! Dead certain, Keith! He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him! That Edgeworth boy, ah! Uh-oh. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quick or this trial's gonna be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please, we need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough! The witness may leave the stand. Oh. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Well, shit. Let's just play this.
Game over.
Very appropriate. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. What's up? Wait! Who was that just now? Me! Huh. What? Larry? Okay, Judge banged the gavel. He declared them guilty. That's it. That was the exclamation point to the sentence. Like, it's done. It's finished. You can't unbang the gavel after you declare someone guilty or not guilty. Whatever. What are you doing here? Listen. You gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. But also, you can't just walk up to the stand just like as a surprise witness without being approved by somebody. I mean, what? You can't just do that. Just someone in the jury's like, hold on, I want to be a part of this court case too, and just walks up and is like, hold on, I know you just said guilty, but I want to say my 2 cents. Chill. Name one thing about this court proceeding that remotely resembles reality. He kind of looks like a judge. He does have a gavel. And he says guilty. And you can object to things. I guess that's pretty much the long and short of it. Everything else is pretty fantastical, I guess. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. Yeah, I agree, Von Karma. Sadly. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So, you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot, that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you have already given your decision. Again, I completely side with Karma on this one. That hold on should have come before he declared him guilty and slammed the gavel. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. He could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Okay. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. Whew. December 27th, 10:28 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon and air tank that... Oh, and he found the balloon and the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. You say something right. Yeah, a lot of things. I order you to call this witness to testify. Exactly. Exactly. Excuse me. Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. I'm a gun connoisseur. I find them interesting. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. That is a phallus on a boat. It certainly is. And hello, Victor.
Hey, everybody.
That is one big dick on a boat. I'm on a boat. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, Wright.
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. Larry the cable guy.
Get her done.
December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, number 3. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right. Leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. Yes, Ratter. I just hope Edgeworth is right about I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. My garage door opener isn't working. Interesting. Okay. Everybody hold the thought. Hey! Hi, Faye. We just went out to let Ratter in, and now her garage door opener seems to be working now that she's on the inside of the garage, which is weird. I'm holding, but the weight... This is too much for a dainty 6'4", 300-pound man. Well, you're gonna have to try harder. Also, I saw a recent picture of you with the house closing and everything, and damn, son, you looking like so much more trim. You looking good. I mean, you always look good, but you looking nice, son. You get one of these. You get one of...
Nice.
There you go. And what's up, Faye?
Welcome back.
Just wanted you to open the door for me like a gentleman. Alright. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So, I quietly slipped the boat back into the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. The door could not be opened with rat powers. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. That night, I was out... That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. Whoops. Press.
Something wrong, Mr. Wright. There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it?
Oh, it was after 11 when I went out on the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour?
I was looking for something, and I found it.
Looking for something.
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
So I quietly slipped the boat back in the rental shop. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental. Hold it. I need to drink something. Around what time was that?
Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12? Yeah.
You're not sure.
Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry.
Flock up to 619.
It is? Shit. Hold up. Let's bump that up. Go see Mama. Call Trinket again. She's confused. His dogs are so confused. I wish you guys could see this. She's trying to get Trinket to do all of the tricks, and Banjo is able to sit up because his body is essentially a cylinder, so he is able to just like balance on his butt, and he's just like a straight up and down pillar. Trinket is actually dog shaped, so whenever she sits up, yeah. She sits awkwardly, and so whenever she tries to sit up, she just like flails her arms like that, and she has to rest her paws on your knee in order to sit up. So she's like, Ratter is telling her to sit, and she's like doing all of her tricks. And one of the things that she's trying to do is find Ratter's knee to rest her paws on, but Ratter isn't letting her do that because that's not the trick she wants. So she's just over here sitting on her butt, flailing her paws awkwardly. It's quite the sight to see. Quite the sight to see. Whenever we do something like a cooking stream or whatever, again, we have a wider body camera view. Remind me to show you the Trinket tricks and whatnot, and you'll see what I mean. Now hold on, let me update that flock count. Hold on. Alright, there we go. 619. Let's go, baby. And speaking of, here's a little girl. Hi, little girl.
Oh, do, 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 do. Oh, do, 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 do. Oh, do, 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 do.
You gotta make the sounds when you scratch so that they know that
It feels good. Oh, do, 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 do.
Twinkles!
Oh, do, 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 do. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, right there. Oh, on the ear. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. She got a haircut recently. Doesn't she look so pretty? She looks so pretty. Little girl. Little girl. Alright.
Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang.
Where did you hear the sound come from?
Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order! Order! Well, Mr. Butts?
Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
Oh, okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case.
So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, Nick? It was pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should start working on the contradictions. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
That night, I was out on a boat on the lake. It's time to save scum!
And let's look at our evidence. What do you have that I can use as evidence? Most obvious contradiction in that is he says it's too foggy to see anything, but there was a clear picture taken. True. Yeah, let's try that. I was looking for something, I found it, so I quietly slipped back to the boat. Just then I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Yeah, let's do that. This evidence clearly reveals the contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are the evidence of that statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over. Gay.
Let's see. Nope. Maybe the one shot. One opportunity. Let's see. The gun says it was fired 3 times? Let's try that. Nope. Not that one. Heard a bang, looked out over there, didn't see a boat, so after that single gunshot, I went home. Maybe this one. Oh my god. see. Looking for something? Looked out, didn't see a boat. Maybe it's this one. God damn it. What about... Maybe the camera? God damn it. This is honestly my least favorite part of the game, is just like in Danganronpa. Who said they heard gunshots? The envelope? I heard two sounds like gunshots after midnight. Oh, yeah, that's what Ryder said. You mean... Looking for something, I found it. Quietly slipped back in the shop. Then I heard this bang. Out over the lake. Maybe? Yeah, that's got it.
Well done.
Wait a second, Larry. Yeah, that and the Harry Potter thing. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard one gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Huh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else. My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What?
Oh, my lord.
Order! Order! And stop that booing! Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? That's a crime? I listen to my radio. Everyone listens to radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
Honestly, I'd be doing the same.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue his testimony?
Continue. Your Honor, please. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts, please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right. Leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. What Larry heard. My radio. The end. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. Press him.
That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
Yeah! What's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says?
I chuckled at shoddy testimony. It was unintentionally punny. Ah, 'cause it's a shot. I get it.
Ha ha!
Yay.
What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the music, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. Well, that's not necessarily true. DJs will sometimes talk with the intro of songs and whatnot, or there might be other background music. Whatever, it's a game, I guess. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. What he heard was probably a drum beat from the radio. This was not written by anyone who has ever fired a gun before.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve.
Objection! No, it's not. I'm forever alone. So you turned on the radio?
Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone.
I shouldn't have said anything. I like making butts cry.
That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see?
What radio station? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to?
This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor.
It was Sirius XM. Everyone, subscribe to Sirius XM.
Objection sustained. Sustained. Everyone should subscribe to Sirius XM. The witness was listening to the radio. That is all we need to know. Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night?
I was listening to it like really booming loud like.
Real booming loud.
Yeah, you know.
And you had headphones on.
Yup.
I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all.
But I'm sure I heard that gunshot.
Can you prove that? No, of course you can't.
Nah, they can't prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
What was he saying?
What did he say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma. Oh, indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care.
We should care. He works hard on that radio station. Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know if we don't ask?
Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when he said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice.
Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. But there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve.
Let's see. What evidence do I have?
It's almost Christmas.
This was taken. The gunshot happened after. Yeah. Now, what order do we do this in? Heard that. I remember exactly. Just when he said it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Let's save real quick because I'm not sure which one of these it's wanting me to do. Yeah, good. Okay. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas. Almost Christmas," when we heard the gunshot.
Indeed. And?
Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve.
That would seem to be the case, yes.
But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact.
Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Ms. Hart's camera. 12:25, 12:15. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day.
This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor.
Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious.
What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butt's claim he heard the gunshot before midnight?
Larry's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Gun was fired 3 times, probably. This is my evidence.
The murder weapon?
Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order! Order! I guess that would make sense out of yesterday's testimony. Bah! You waste our time again with your empty statements. Yes, the pistol was fired 3 times. But do you have any proof that it was fired before midnight? Do you have proof that the witness didn't just think he heard something? Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now.
Sure there is. It's called save scumming.
Do you have evidence that proves there was a gunshot before midnight? Do you have evidence that proves Mr. Butts wasn't just hearing things?
Probably the camera. Let's take a look at... Oh. Empty lake. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m.
Oh, yeah? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
You gotta do the thing. Oh, hold on.
Look at this graph.
And just for good measure...
What will you learn? That your actions have consequences.
But there's nothing on the lake in this picture.
Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all.
What do you mean?
Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises.
Loud noises!
Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. This is why this photograph was taken. In other words, there was a gunshot at the time Larry claims.
Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However,
This leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots, separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why, I ask you? Why?
Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes?
Ah!
Wait, what's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if something I say is fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Wright?
The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case.
What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer mere than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong! Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility.
Yeah, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright?
We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 12:15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, Are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are.
Edgeworth and Hammond. Edgeworth and the murderer. The murderer and Hammond. That one. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond. It was the murderer and Robert Hammond.
What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before this gunshot.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, might I mention, the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth, has admitted to being on that boat.
Right, Your Honor. Crash and burn. Nope.
Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. I'm gonna have to penalize you for this foolishness.
No!
I'll ask you again.
He came back to life! Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then.
The murderer's name? Right. It's Lotta Hart! I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name.
You don't know? Bah! Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then.
Why would he have to go all the way out to the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat?
What? Well, then where did the murder take place?
Show the judge where the murder took place. Right here. Oh, present. Right here. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way, he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake, searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat?
The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might be able to just figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth, and he went into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose.
Wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
To create a witness. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him.
I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker. Quickly.
Ooh, peas and carrots. Ooh, Benjamin Franklin.
Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Benjamin Franklin? There's an episode of South Park where Cartman goes back in time to colonial America, and the founding fathers are having a discussion before the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And at one point, Benjamin Franklin comes into the courtroom, and everybody is like doing that like hush whispered whatever voice, but everyone is just like saying Benjamin Franklin. And Cartman is just like joining in and like looking around, being like, "Ooh, it's Benjamin Franklin." I don't know. It's stupid.
You heard what the defense has said.
Yes. So, say he jumps into the water, then what? Nobody notices him swimming to the shore? Yeah, you know what? Why wouldn't Edgeworth say, after the guy fired the gunshots, he jumped out of the boat and swam to shore? Like, he would definitely see that. And also, he would be bewildered that somebody shot at him twice, missed, and then jumped off the boat. So I feel like if Edgeworth were to actually tell them about what happened that night instead of being like a tsundere, it's not like I like you or anything, Baka, like, you could have figured out a lot of shit about this case, like, super quick. But neither here nor there. Let's go.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct.
Acting!
Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at the midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry. I can't say what it was.
Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
Okay, I'll do just that. Pretend to fall rather than jump. Swim underwater as much as possible. Acting! The other guy's shooting. Heart. Can't explain.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed.
So what you're saying is the boat shop owner is a merman. Could you imagine swimming that distance underwater in that fucking trench coat? Oh my god. Like, I feel like I would drown wearing jeans and swimming through water.
I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing.
One more thing.
Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
December 27th. Oh, or bring a snorkel in the trench coat. Yeah. December 27th, 1:22 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Yay, Nick! You did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether to tell you or not. Edgeworth? No. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is it? What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I have had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. He's got a crutch. As much as possible. December 27th, 2:11 p.m., Wright & Company Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed... I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he'd never take someone's life. Never. Nick? Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yeah. I do remember feeling faint. Right on! Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you could do better than that.
Come on. I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy! You guys should be bowing before me. Yeah! Bow before your hero! Shut up. Fella lives on the water. He could be a super swimmer. Let's get it. Larry, you really helped us out in the trial today.
You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
Quite literally, he was found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet.
Way to spoil the mood, Larry.
Hey, I'm just the guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night?
Nick?
I don't know. Dude, bro, Larry is a mess. Larry is beyond a mess. You should see some of the other shit that happened with this dude. But what I do know is I'm gonna believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else?
You mean me, right?
Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you. Larry.
Not me?
But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Now, plot twist. Edgeworth fired a shot on the shore to throw everyone off of the trial. Or off the trail.
Enough with the silent treatment. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think?
You don't know him back then. You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Off of the trail? On the trial.
Wait, was that when you two were classmates?
Yeah, in grade school. They saved me. Miles. And Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know?
What? Hey Larry, what's he talking about?
Huh? Sorry. I kind of forgot.
Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final.
Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial.
Class trial?
You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen.
Lunch money?
Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home.
Huh. I see.
Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Schools not pay for kids' food? I seem to remember having to pay for lunch in grade school. I have a vague memory of having to pay for lunch. I feel like I did. I don't know. I had to pay for lunch. Okay, yeah. I guess that, yeah. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. You'd have a credit account, essentially. Yeah. And yeah, you're right, Space. Tax money should have been paying for the lunch, but this was... I feel like the tax money paying for school lunches didn't come about until, like, the
Bush years or possibly the Obama years. I know definitely in the Obama years, Michelle Obama was advocating for healthy school lunch options, but I can't remember if that was the same time where, like, elementary school lunches and all that were paid for by taxpayer money or not. Amazon doesn't pay taxes, but school kids do. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class.
So, they thought you did it?
Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial.
Trial?
So the next day, we held a classroom trial, with me as a defendant.
I didn't do it. Guilty. He did it.
Guilty.
It was you.
Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore.
You shouldn't be alone in the relay race.
That one kid went through puberty really early.
Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right.
In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it.
Go over and apologize, Phoenix.
I didn't know. Oh, I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I brought some money to school one day for lunch, and the lunch lady started counting out literally everything to pay for the past meals and add to the credit, and I started crying. I hadn't intended for her to take literally every penny I had. She stopped counting and gave back the extra. Oof. Yeah, lunch was different back then. Or, not even necessarily lunch, it was like school. How school was run was really different in the 90s. Everyone was staring at me like I did it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened.
He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles?
He has a fucking suit.
It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But, Miles, it was your money that was stolen.
Yeah, he did it. We don't need proof.
Make him pay. He's sorry.
Why don't you all just shut up?
Oh.
This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person.
Just think how it feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it.
Teacher just proceeds to empty the pockets of all the students.
Very well. I will replace the money myself. With what little money I earn as a teacher, I guess I will forego eating dinner this week. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world.
You did a good thing, Larry.
Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it.
So I took it kind of personally, see?
When something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father.
I'm going to become a defense attorney, just like my father. A famous defense attorney.
Then, a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school.
The DL6 incident.
Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death.
That's so sad.
It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything.
But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all.
That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied.
I guess he didn't want to see his old friends.
I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided.
Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth?
If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. And, I guess, Butts. I'm the only one who can help him.
Whoa, Nick! So is that why you helped me out for free?
Yeah. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free.
Aw, Nick! Nick!
Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay?
Right. It very well may be.
First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is.
I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need.
Okay, let's go.
Sweet. This plot physically hurts me. Ridiculous reason to choose a career path. I want to see the guy I knew in 3rd grade. So what kind of stuff did we clear out? A lot of shit. Let's see. Let's go talk to Edgeworth. Hey, Edgeworth. December 27th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. You look as grim as always. Which later gets changed in the sequel, I think? Really?
Mr. Edgeworth? I heard the story about the class trial.
Class trial? What do you mean?
You don't remember?
No, I don't.
Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade?
Lunch money? Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that.
Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was childhood trauma. Like, of course he remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney.
Ridiculous. What a stupid reason for choosing a career path. Almost as ludicrous as choosing a career path to meet somebody that you once knew in 3rd grade in court. Who would do that? That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth.
Perhaps.
Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right?
I couldn't let myself deny reality like you.
What do you mean?
My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person.
One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right?
Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond.
Yooby-dooby! Yeah, there's a trial where Phoenix is the defendant as a college kid. He was an art student, I think.
Huh. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder.
Lost your memory?
Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys.
What's your relationship with Von Karma?
He's my teacher, and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him.
What was this? What was this? A space elevator?
So, he's like my sister was to you, Nick.
He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, in the bedroom. He is obsessed with doing everything perfectly.
Perfectly, huh?
In all the cases he's taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent. Ever.
But that's...
I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job to find the suspect guilty. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away.
Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow.
He's right! Now's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth!
Imagine being OCD in the bedroom. Jesus.
It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit.
No kidding. I'm not sure I can help you with that.
It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out.
Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence?
But even if that case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Nick, no! That's a photo of his father. Don't show him that.
You're right. now probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Arf. Arf, woof, bark, bark, bark. Huh? Okay. I'm probably gonna have to call it tonight because I am hungry and I need to eat some din-dins. So, y'all, thank you for joining me for yet another fun voice acting stream. I hope y'all have enjoyed it. I certainly have. It's a lot of fun doing all these voices for you. Friday is going to be a little bit different because I have to work on Thursday, so Friday is going to be my recovery day. So Ratter is going to be doing a bonus Skyrim stream, she says. So we'll be starting a little bit later so she can get home on time for it. And we won't be doing Fallout because I won't be there to play it. No. Yeah. She's going to be home at the usual time. Oh, wait, no. Well, usual time is like 6:30. I'll be setting the stream for 6:30. Just know that it's going to be around that time. 6:30 to 7. But yeah, she'll be doing a bonus Scrim stream. So that'll be fun. Monday, she'll be continuing Raincode. Tuesday, more Harry Potter readings. Be sure to go to the Discord and look at the channel for, what's it called? The Sheepy content, or BSV content. You can find links to the Google Doc to listen to the last recordings. And then on Wednesday, we will be starting Metroid Zero Mission. So, we got some stuff in the line. Friday will be a little bit different, but I'm sure you guys understand. Jill might be a little bit too sleepy for that. Quote 332. Nobody do quote 73 ever. Oh my god. You know what that means. Yep, here it comes. What is quote 73? Uh-oh. 2 butts. Ripe for the grabbing. Oh, wait. I don't think that's quote 73 anymore. Ah! Ah! Ratter strikes again. Lol, it works. I mean, it is pretty funny. You changed it. I didn't change nothing. Ratter deleted stuff, so now quote 73 is not what it was. She can't resist these man nips. All very good BSV quotes. Every last one. Anywho. Y'all, I will see everybody on, well, I guess I'll see y'all in the Discord on Tuesday, but you'll see Ratter on Friday. So, like we always say, night-night, and don't let the buttses bite. See ya.